Please tune in.
What's good, people? What's good? It's Confabulation. That's with Patrick Xim, and I'm back with another exciting video just for you. And in today's video, guys, I'll be telling you exactly the origins of the famous or infamous Disciplinary Committee, who they are and what they do. Man, we got a lot to talk about the Disciplinary Committee and their work and the effects on society. Basically, that's it. So before we get into this video, do make sure to click that subscribe button, turn on the bell notification that you might be notified every time I upload a video, and you can always comment down below my comment box. Don't forget to give this video a like or a thumbs up, as it is a great video. So guys, let's get straight into this video. The Disciplinary Committee is actually a cancel culture movement, which is an autonomous body and pretty much exists in every country of the world and has existed for hundreds of years. So the cancel culture movement is all about canceling individuals and people, companies that seem not to be on the side of society. If society disagrees with your move, your decision, your product or your service, they cancel you completely. So this body, this autonomous body, draws its membership from anyone who has a phone and has access to social media. Anyone can be a victim of the Disciplinary Committee, and anyone can be a member of the Disciplinary Committee. As long as you have an opinion, you can be a member of this body, of this cancel culture movement. The Disciplinary Committee, however, is regarded or described as a public court of opinion, as a lot of opinions fly out as to how they feel about a certain situation, regardless of how true. And most of the times, the Disciplinary Committee members don't base their arguments on facts. They base their arguments based on how they feel about a situation, not from facts. Some of them have been termed as keyboard warriors. At times, they term them as jobless youths who are just frustrated because they have nothing to do. Of course, most of them are youths and they're young people who basically have nothing to do, but just find themselves bored and they have nothing to talk about and they are bored about their lives. So they just find time and roast Mutalemanza, Auntie Lee, or anyone who is just on the wrong side of the fence, and they just want to troll them like that, okay? Yeah, sometimes they're called social media trolls, and of course they can be that. They can be so aggressive. And the effect of this Disciplinary Committee includes mental breakdown, as a lot of celebrities, people, and social media bloggers have reported, have said that they had a lot of anxiety, depression due to social media, because it can be overwhelming. Sometimes they can say things that are so outrageous and you don't even understand. They can wish you death, they can wish you anything for anything, and for just fame, just to be known. Because the truth of the matter is, all those people would like to be like those who are popular on social media. Who wouldn't want to have 1 million followers listening to what you have to say? Regardless of what you have to say, whether wrong or right, everyone would probably like to be followed by over 1 million people. Even Jesus had to get a following to be an influential person. The truth of the matter is, everyone wants to be an influential person on earth. No one wants to die a nobody. So everyone just admires everyone who has followers. That is why these days you see a lot of Facebook pages out there, because everyone wants to be a blogger, an influencer, a musician, whatever they can be. That's why they're forming and making and creating these pages, because they just want to be like those people, because they just admire their lives to the actual sense. Like, man, who wouldn't want to have 1.1 million followers of Yomaps or 1 million followers of Mutale Mwanza? Anyone can be a member of the Disciplinary Committee, but sometimes the Disciplinary Committee does not find common ground on whether to discipline certain individuals. And this has been seen when it's time to discipline people like Mutale Mwanza, and sometimes she has a lot of followers, and her followers always defend or come to her head and say, hey, don't touch that one. But sometimes the other half of the Disciplinary Committee feel she has to be disciplined and shown how to do it the right way. So this body is largely with people from all walks of life, and they do a lot of things. Some of them are managers in big companies, some of them are pastors, some of them are teachers, lawyers, and they have outrageous, crazy, unthinkable opinions about people who they don't even know, because they just feel that way. People comment based on how they feel, and this this move has landed most of people in trouble, as a lot of people have gone to prison and have been prosecuted for hate speech, defamation of the president, which is the most famous, as most people started defaming the president, calling the president all sort of names, the former president, that is. And some of the people that have been cancelled by the disciplinary committee in Zambia include Dr. Kenneth Kaunda, the late Dr. Kenneth Kaunda, who was cancelled in the 1991 general elections when he lost to Dr. Frederick Titus Jacob Chilula. In 2001, Dr. Frederick Titus Jacob Chilula wanted to run for third term, and the disciplinary committee at that time cancelled Dr. Chilula. And in 2011, the disciplinary committee disciplined the MMD government of Rupia Bwezani Banda. And in 2021, the disciplinary committee yet again did their job and disciplined multiple people this time. They disciplined the Patriotic Front government as they lost power to the UPND. In that vein, they also disciplined people like Slap D, Yo Maps, Maki 2, Mumpy, and Bobby Isma, Garin Combo, for making a widow and her 2 children drink her local brew. Others who have also been disciplined include Mr. Bowman Lusambo, the former Lusaka province minister. A lot of ministers and a lot of political officials have been disciplined on a number of times. Mumpy's disciplinary actions have been go far as back as 2000, the early 2000s, mid 2000s, as she was famous with the disciplinary committee for wearing miniskirts and clothes which they didn't regard as morally right. The disciplinary committee can also discipline a woman for just wearing a bikini at a swimming pool and a beach. Like, how do you discipline someone wearing a bikini? Or they discipline you regardless. They want you to swim in your executive clothes, in your jeans, in your dresses. Swim that way. They like it that way because that's our culture. Forgetting that our culture includes moving with your boobs outside. So the disciplinary committee last week disciplined Yo Maps, and he walked away with no awards from the Kwacha Music Awards, and they gave Chilewan 5 awards because they wanted to discipline Yo Maps for just saying that he cannot perform for 30,000 kwacha. And they said your wife has to move out of your business. And the disciplinary committee is pretty religious, and they forget that the husband and wife are actually one, and they make decisions together. You are partners. They want to get, mostly the disciplinary committee wants to get in people's houses and know what's happening. If they don't like what's happening and how you raise your kids, they tell you how to raise your kids. They like to do that a lot of times, which is quite old. Like, how do you tell someone you don't know how to raise their child based on how you perceive things on social media? That's pretty much the disciplinary committee for you. They can be pretty outrageous.